see, area of smaller triangle OAB is less than area of sector, which in turn is less than area of triangle OAM. So I'll write it. I am between Bangalore and Bangalore means I am in Bangalore. So sin limit extends to 0, sin x by x lies between 1 and 1 means what? Sin x less than tan x. So now you need sin x by x. So divide by, our task is to get limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta. If you have 5, 5, 5 3 times, it is 3, 5. Like that, a per n minus 1, a per n minus 1 n times is n into a per n minus 1. A and B are the 2 points on the circle, and draw AM and OA perpendicular. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with limits, derivation of theorems. So now prove geometrically limit extends to 0, sin x by x equal to 1, and hence limit extends to 0, tan x by x equal to 1. So now we need to prove sin x by x as 1. Suppose in the place of x, if you put 0, sin 0 by 0, you know sin 0 is 0 by 0, 0 by 0 is not defined. So what we should do, we have to prove geometrically. Now we'll do construction. So I'll consider a circle. So I've taken a circle, and any circle will have center. Let O be the center of the circle. Now choose 2 points on the circle, A and B. I'm choosing 2 points on the circle. One is A, the other one is B. Now join OB and OA. So this is arc and this is theta. Now I'll produce A so that it meets B at C. Now so this is point B and it meets at M. Now draw perpendiculars. This is a perpendiculars. So this is a diagram, and also we'll draw one perpendicular from A, N. So now we have taken a circle. Center of the circle is O. A and B are the 2 points on the circle, and draw AM and OA perpendicular. So this is the consideration. So now what we have done, we have considered a circle. What is the center of the circle? O, and A and B are the 2 points on the circle. Join OA and join OM and draw AM. So after this we got the circle. So we got triangles also. So now we can join one more triangle here. Let us join one more triangle. We can see triangle E. Okay, this is the considerations. So for derivation, you have to write the considerations also. Consider a circle. Consider a circle with center O. With center O. A and B are 2 points on the circle. A is here and B is here. Let A comma B be 2 points on the circle. Be 2 points on the circle. On the circle. And very important thing is radius. We'll assume R be the radius of the circle, means O to B, O to A. So OA is also radius. OB is equal to what? Radius is equal to R be the radius. For any circle, center to any point on the circle is what? Be the radius of the circle. So now you can see triangles. You can see OMA, a big triangle, OBA, a small triangle, and you can also see the arc AB. So we'll compare the areas. Our task is to get limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta. But your task is to get limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. If they give x, take the central angle. I have taken theta. So in spite of that, I am taking x. Why I should take x? Because they ask you to prove limit x tends to 0. If they ask theta tends to 0, then take central angle as theta. Now from the diagram, you can see arc, area of small triangle, area of arc. So first all the areas I will take. Area of arc OAM You can see arc OAM means separately if I draw, this is the arc OAM. This point is O and this point is A and this point is M. Area of arc OM, this is X. Area of arc is what? Half R square theta. Theta means X. Half R square X. This is area of the arc. Then you should go for area of smaller triangle. Now area of triangle, area of smaller triangle, that is OAB. So here I took arc OAB, sorry, this is OAB, not M. So observe, it's easy and simple if you see. Arc OAB I have taken. So this is arc, sorry, I have drawn triangle here. This was the arc. Now we found, see, arc OAB, this part. OAB arc, we have found out the area. Half R square theta, here theta is X, it is half R square X. So then area of triangle OA, see this is OAB only we took, but OAB triangle will take. If I take triangle in the diagram, it is O, this is A, and here we have B. And here we have X, and this is the radius, all of you know. And okay, now OAB, we draw this better. O is here, A was here, and B was here. OAB. And for this we have drawn perpendicular also, if you see. Area of triangle, here OAB. OAB. So in the diagram, this is O, this was A, and B was slightly here, B. And this was the triangle, and we have written the perpendicular also. In the diagram, I'll use the same color. So AN is the perpendicular and this is X. Now I want area of this. All of you know area of triangle. What is area of triangle? Half into base into height. So area of OAB is half into base OA into height is BN. So that is half into O to A. All of you know O to A, here to here it is radius of the circle, half into R into BN. So if you want BN, again you take smaller triangle. So I'll take from triangle OBN. In this triangle OBN, you want BN, but you know this is radius. So this is opposite side. I'll take sine theta. What is sine X? All of you know sine means what? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite to X is BN divided by hypotenuse is OB. That is sine X is equal to BN by radius. So radius bring this side. So BN is equal to what? R sine X. So BN value is R sine X. Now we got the BN value. BN is exactly what? R into sine X. So triangle OAB is half into R into BN is what? R sine X. So it will become half into R is half R square sine X. This is the area of smaller triangle. So now you got area of sector. Area of sector is half R square X. Then you got area of smaller triangle half R square sine X. Then we'll go to the bigger triangle. Here you can see bigger triangle OAM. So area of triangle OAM. What is area of triangle OAM? Here if you draw, this is O and this is A and this is M, OAM. So now I want area of this triangle OAM. This is X. So for area of triangle, you know A is what? Half into base into height. That is half into, what is the base? Base is OA into height. Height is what? AM. So that is half into OA. If you see the diagram, O to A is the radius of the circle, and AM. From the same triangle, if I take tan X, what is tan? Dear student, tan means what? Opposite by adjacent. For X, opposite is AM and adjacent is OA. OA means radius. AM by radius is tan X, and you can get AM. What is AM? AM is R tan X. AM is what? R tan X. So now in spite of AM, you can write R tan X. So therefore you got area. Area is what? Half R square tan X. So now we got area of smaller triangle, area of sector, and area of bigger triangle. Now we need to compare. So you can see area of smaller triangle is smallest than sector. Then you see the diagram, conclusion is what? This is smaller than, see, area of smaller triangle OAB is less than area of sector, which in turn is less than area of triangle OAM. So I'll write it. So now I'll write this as, so from the figure, area of smaller triangle OAB is less than area of sector OAB, which in turn is less than area of big triangle OAM. So if you see, the smaller triangle is OAB, less than sector, less than this. So here also I can draw, so a draft diagram I'll do. So here, this was your OAB and X here, and here we have and the triangle OAB, sector OAB. So this is M, and in my diagram I have drawn like this. This diagram, just I have redrawn this. Now you can see this is smaller triangle. Area of this triangle is less than, sector is less than bigger triangle. The smaller part, so smaller triangle, I'll give a new color for that. Say this is a smaller triangle, which in turn is less than sector, which in turn is less than the bigger. So now we'll write the values of it. What are the values? Area of the smaller triangle is, we got, what is the area of smaller triangle? What is the area of OAB? Half r square sin x. So this is half r square sin x is less than area of sector. Area of sector is half r square x, in turn less than area of bigger triangle, half r square tan x. Half r square tan x. Dear students, all are having half r square common. You can cancel half r square. Half r square, half r square, half r square, I'll cancel. So you are left out with sin x less than tan x. Sin x less than tan x. So now you need sin x by x, so divide by x on both sides, or divide by sin x on both sides. Then it will become sin x, the sin x by sin x less than x by sin x, which in turn is less than tan x by sin x. Further, take reciprocal. So sin x, if you take, this is sin x by x only, sin x by sin x. If you take it reciprocal, it is same. But when you take reciprocal, less than becomes greater than. In inequalities I taught you, less than becomes greater than, this will become reverse. So sin x by x, and this will become greater than sin x by tan x. So now coming to the point, this cancels and it will be 1 greater than sin x by x greater than, you know, sin x by tan means what in mathematics? Tan means sin by cos, sin x into cos x second, right? Denominator, sin cancels. So you are left out with sin x by x lies between 1 and cos x. Now apply, or I can say apply limit x tends to 0 on both sides. Then limit x tends to 0, 1 greater than limit x tends to 0 sin x by x greater than limit x tends to 0 cos x. I am applying limit on both sides. When I apply limit on both sides, limit x tends to 0, 1 greater than limit x tends to 0 sin x by x, in turn greater than, this is greater than limit x tends to x tends to 0 cos x. So this is greater than this, which in turn is greater than this. Now limit x tends to 0 means apply limit on both sides. X tends to 0, 1 means 1. Limit of constant is 1. So for this we can't apply, let it be limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. This is cos 0. In the place of x put 0. Again this will become 1 greater than limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. Sin x by x is greater than 1. See, sin x by x value, so 1 is more than this and this is more than 1, means it is between 1 and 1. This is between what? 1 and 1. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Say I am between Mysore and Mysore means I am in Mysore. I am between Bangalore and Bangalore means I am in Bangalore. So limit x tends to 0 sin x by x lies between 1 and 1 means what? So they give limit x tends to 0 sin x by x lies between 1 and 1 means it is 1. So therefore, what is the conclusion? So we call this a sandwich theorem. So we got the value. So limit x tends to 0 sin x by x lies between 1 and 1. Therefore, answer is what? 1. Limit x tends to 0 sin x by x is 1. And we proved this geometrically. Here just I compared the areas. When I compared the areas, area of sector is less than area of triangle OAB, and which in turn is less than area of a bigger triangle OBA. And area of sector is half r square sin x, area of smaller triangle is half r square sin x, and area of sector is half r square x, area of big triangle is half r square tan x. Half r square is common, cancel it, and remaining part you go on. So sin x by x should come in between, and it lies between 1 and 1 means what? It is equal to 1. That's why we call this theorem as what? This theorem is also called as sandwich theorem. So why we call it a sandwich theorem? So we call it a sandwich theorem because sin x, limit x tends to 0 sin x by x lies between 1 and 1. It is equal to 1. It is between 1 and 1 means it is 1. So similarly evaluate, hence see they told remaining part, hence evaluate, they give hence evaluate, they also give hence evaluate. They want you to evaluate what? Limit x tends to 0 tan x by x. Now I want to get the value of this. All of you know in maths, if they ask tan x by x, first you prove sin x by x, then use it. So now limit x tends to 0, tan can be written as sin by cos, sin x by cos x, and denominator we have cos x, denominator we have x. So in spite of tan I am writing sin by cos, and this x I am writing as it is. Now I'll split this, I'll write it as limit x tends to 0, 1 by cos x into sin x by cos x. Can I write like this? Now if you have product of two terms, then you can apply limit for each term. So now I'll apply limit for each term. So limit x tends to 0, 1 by cos x into limit x tends to 0 sin x by x. Now apply it. Limit x tends to 0, 1 by cos x means in the place of x put 0, it will become cos 0. Now by theorem this is 1. So 1 by cos 0 is 1, 1 by 1 into 1 is 1. So finally we got 1. This is the proof. So I hope all of you got this. So now we got two formats. What is the format? We call this as theorem. This is what we can use in solving problems. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is always 1. Sin x by x is what? 1. Similarly, limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is also what? 1. So these are two important formulae which you should become thorough. Then we have other theorem. For any integer, limit x tends to a, x per n minus a per n by x minus a, you need to prove n into a per n minus 1. So limit x tends to a, x per n minus a per n divided by x minus a. Dear students, in the place of x, if you put a, it will become indeterminate, 0 by 0. So that's why limit, let it be x tends to a, x per n minus a per n can be written as x minus a into x power n minus 1, it goes on decreasing, into a power 0, then binomial x power n minus 2a, x power n minus 3a square, so on. Finally it will be a power n minus 1, it will stop, divided by what? X minus a. I am using binomial theorem to expand this. Now these two cancels. Now in the place of x put a, so it will become a power n minus 1, anything power 0, a power 0 plus a power n minus 2 into a plus a power n minus 3 into a square plus so on a power n minus 1. Now law of indices, a power m into a power n is a power m plus 1, n minus 1 plus a power, this is 1, so n minus 2 plus 1, again this is a power n minus 3 plus 2. I am using law of indices, a power m into a power n is a power m plus 1, again so on a power n minus 1. So here every term gives you what? A power n minus 1 plus a power n minus 1 plus a power n minus 1. Simplify this. See, minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So like that every term gives you a power n minus 1. You have n such terms. So n into a power n minus 1. Hence the proof. If you have 5, 5, 5 3 times, it is 3 5s. Like that a power n minus 1, a power n minus 1 n times is n into a power n minus 1. This is the second important theorem. Limit x tends to a, x per n minus a per n by x minus a is what? N into a power n minus 1. So we proved two theorems. So remember these theorems which we used in problems. Limit x tends to a, x power n minus a power n by x minus a. For n being any integer, answer is n into a power n minus 1. And this is one theorem. And the other theorem we proved is limit x tends to 0, sine x by x is 1, and similarly limit x tends to 0, tan x by x is also what? 1. These are all the important proofs. So these three formulae should be thorough to solve the problems. Please sit and revise them and become thorough so that these three are equally important. I hope all of you understood this. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.